What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 22 of the Art Meets Culture podcast. I am your host, Ade Sanusi. Welcome. It's Friday. It's a vibe today. The beautiful sun is out. We are here to enjoy another podcast. Again, thank you so much for listening. It's been a phenomenal week for the podcast. Shout out to everybody who listened to the podcast yesterday. Again, apologies for the sound. I'll take that on the chin for not plugging the mic appropriately. Even for today's episode, the mic was for today's episode that we recorded the other day, because it was on the same day we did the recording. There was mic issues on there too, but like I said, you still hear some of my questions, but you ultimately fully hear what the artist is saying and their message and their importance to the culture and the scene. So shout outs to all the artists who featured this week. Shout out to all the artists who've laid a blessing on this podcast. So salute to you all. I want to go through and do massive shout outs to every single person who's been on the podcast, even from the beginning when it was me trying to combine the two, and when it was Art Meets Music podcast, when I was bringing a music artist and an artist at the same time, but then realized that I had to just give all that focus to the artist, man, because I love art and I love what everyone's doing. So from the very top, from episode 1, we had Stazzy, Skinny Malone, shouts to you, Kels, Joffrey, shout out to you, brother, Aiden Coker, J King, Kobe Martin, Stuart, Malik, Luke DeStefano, Lawrence M. White, Tom Fitch, Funny Tommy, Scott Greenwood, Amy Dugnan. Hopefully I said that right, Amy. Apologies if I didn't. Will McNally. Why I keep saying Willie McNally? I don't know. It has a ring to it. So shout out to you. That might be a brand for you, bro. So if I keep saying that, apologies, bro. But shout out to you. Or maybe do I know Willie McNally? It sounds very familiar. But shout out to Will McNally. Mr. J Art Club, my brother, bro. We even had a phenomenal conversation, after the podcast. Top guy, I love what he's doing purpose wise. Resistant, Tory Lenz, my sis, shout out to you. To pay art, shout out to you, bro. And Kurz Art as well. Phenomenal interview, phenomenal person, phenomenal message. All these artists who have featured, thank you all. Salute to you all, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, discussing and having conversations with you. But yeah, man, we have another, phenomenal guest on today. But before I go into that, RIP to Ty, important, figure in the industry, passed away from, COVID-19. So, all prayers to your family, to your friends, anybody who, you are close to and touched and inspired over the years. I see loads of messages being poured out, but shout outs to you, bro. It sucks that people are losing their lives to this situation, and it's important that we all still keep safe, and that we do everything right, to make sure that our loved ones don't experience such a loss to this situation. But shout outs to you, bro. Thank you for making impact on the world, so I salute that. A few things before I get into the guests. We've been running consistent for a while. I can't even say how many weeks. It feels like a while, but we've done about 3 weeks. I'll say about 3 weeks. I can say about 3 weeks. We've done some madness in terms of dropping a podcast every five days a week, and you guys have been supportive. But what I've decided to do, because I definitely want to start bringing new things into play, and using my time to execute a few things I want to execute for the brand and how we're going to push. I have decided, no, I'm not quitting. I have decided to, do the podcast twice a week. So it will be dropping twice a week. So you'll hear from 2 phenomenal artists per week. So the days we're gonna choose rather are Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you will see a Tuesday podcast and a Thursday podcast. So that will allow everybody now to catch up to every single episode. So I won't be piling them on everybody like I was, but I was just like, me already, I was just hungry to get everything out there. And it's just testament to my work ethic of just how I want to push everything and make sure everybody gets a beautiful opportunity, and a phenomenal opportunity as much as possible. So I use the word phenomenal a lot. Shout out to phenomenal. But yeah, I'm definitely moving that to twice a week. So today will be the last of the week daily podcasts, the 5-day-a-week podcast. I've gone hard. I've really gone hard, and I loved it, and I still love it, and I'm forever gonna keep it consistent. So you will see various things, from online content. I'm working on a beautiful trailer for you guys for a YouTube series that we're looking to do. You're gonna love that one. It's just gonna be hard, it's gonna be epic and sick, but I'm gonna run and edit through that and then drop it to you as soon as the Art Meets Music store as well is being worked on. What else? Interviews as well. I've got 2 interviews I'm looking to drop, so webbing news that I've been sitting on for a minute. So I'm going to get those out there. So if we we don't get most artists on a podcast, we definitely will do a written interview for them and everything like that. So salute to that. I don't think what else, but that's about it really. And we just want to now just keep consistently giving you quality content and pushing that out there. So I feel as though lockdown is going to be eased up a little bit, so that will allow people to start maneuvering on stuff that they want to do. So shout out to you if you can, but also still be safe out there. Do you know what I mean? So be safe as always, and making sure that we don't be selfish out there and just not prioritize with loved ones and stuff like that, because it's very serious. But yeah, without further ado, I like to introduce this amazing human, Mr. Trapart. He he's come down to the shows, he's seen what we've done and everything like that. He's a supporter of the platform, but I'm definitely a supporter of his because the way he expresses himself fearlessly, he's someone who's is going to definitely make some noise in the scene, through his art, through his speech and everything like that. But yeah, he's a hustler in itself, and I definitely love what he does, and you lot are definitely going to enjoy this one. Definitely show him some love, show all the artists who've been on this podcast some love, from listening to this. DM them, tell them how they made you feel and everything like that, have some open conversations and everything like that. But Mr. Trapart is someone who is a phenomenal person, and someone who is going to push as far as he can to make sure the message is heard, that they see that art should be supported, so he's definitely doing it in the right way, and I love that, man. So he even says stuff that's in my mind, which is phenomenal. I do love the word phenomenal. I'm gonna get it on the t-shirt. So I used to call myself the phenomenal one in school, and that was inspired by AJ Styles when he was in TNA wrestling. That's how much of a wrestling geek I am. Shout out to WWF. We don't acknowledge WWE. However, without further ado, pump the brakes. And you see, pump the brakes. We always forget our things that we need to do before we drop the podcast. So without further ado, please subscribe to SoundCloud, to iTunes, to Spotify. Show the love, spread the love, like, share, share with your mom, dad, sister, brother, niece, nephew, uncle, auntie, goddaughter, godmother, Godfather. Did I say Godfather? Yeah, Godfather. I didn't say Godfather. But yes, send it to everybody who you want to feel that art journey, or literally understand what art is. You know what I mean? This is what's going on in our scene, and it's thriving. Do you know what I mean? And we talk to some thriving people. Do you know what I mean? Doing phenomenal things. So please like, share, comment, the things to do, all the above. And I appreciate you all. Again, shout out to all the artists. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to be spreading love and educating more. So we're going to be educating in the next coming weeks. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm praying the lockdown gets eased safely, though. Even though it sounds like our selfish reason, but we want to start pushing accordingly. But we're gonna have to adapt as always and understand things in the right way. So, without further ado, this is Mr. Trapart. He definitely puts his money where his art is. This is the Art Meets Culture podcast. Put your money where your art is. Let's go. Yes, what were you saying, man?
I'm good. Yourself?
Not bad. Lovely day, so that's a bonus. So
yeah, very nice day today. Yeah, it's very nice.
All good. Thank you for coming on board. I've been meaning to get you on for a minute because I'm literally going through all my list of artists that I want to, have conversations about their art and their journey and their message behind what they do. And you're someone who, when I see your work, I can definitely tell you want to lay down the message. So
yeah, love. Yeah,
it's sick to see that, every piece you do, it really just means something. Do you know what I mean? So tell us who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing art for.
Love. First thing I want to say, we'll appreciate for requesting me to come on the podcast.
No worries.
Big up Arts for Culture, support the thing. Means a lot. We need more things like this.
For sure, man.
And yeah, I go I go by the name of Mr. Trapart. I've been doing art now for about 3 years. I say the past 2 years, like proper taking it serious. And it was a thing where I could always draw. I've always liked art. I've always been creative. And kind of like back to what you were saying about how my art has a message, me as a person, that message that I'm kind of portraying through my art, I've always had that, how can I say it? I've always had that like that feeling, but I've just never been able to kind of like speak upon it. And then the only times I would like speak or put my message across, it's always in simple conversations with people. And what I notice is that I'm very passionate about certain things in life, and like you said, I've got a message and I want to get my point across. So for years and years, I knew I could draw, but I didn't ever know that art was going to be my outlet for this message.
Yeah.
And I was searching it for time. So as I said, I was a creative person. So I used to work in the field of cameras and media.
Okay. Yeah.
And through my years of doing this, I was always thinking to myself, am I gonna do short films? Am I gonna do movies? Is this gonna be my point of expression? Is this how I'm gonna get my point across? Is this how I'm gonna try and make a change and bring some substance to humanity, as to say, what is gonna be my purpose of what I have to do? And for years, I was trying to get it out, trying to search it. And my cousin who I was working with at the time at a camera rental house, I remember it was around the times he introduced Snapchat to me. And he introduced Snapchat, and then one day on his Snapchat, he was in this gallery, and there was some art in the gallery by various artists like Trust, Icon, Dot Master. I think Endless Art was in there as well. And I was like, wow, these, do you know what I mean? Like, these look sick. Like this, like I've got an eye for art. I've got an eye for certain things, as they say. And I was like, this is sick. Bearing in mind, when it comes to art, the only art that I've really seen or heard or come from or ever thought about was like street art, graffiti.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I come, like, as I said, I was good at drawing. So when I was in school, I draw things like, it was like Dragon Ball Z characters.
Classic.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Classic, yeah. Or I'd have a thing of like, I used to like getting like a big piece of paper and drawing the man them. It was just something about drawing all the man them on the wall, all the man them
Yeah.
chilling. I just loved doing that. Do you know what I mean? Drawing the trainers, drawing the. I just like doing that because it wasn't necessarily. It was the first time I didn't have to copy something that I was drawing. I was drawing something that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So I felt like I could really put my 2 pence into it, as to say. So I saw all of this art. So I was thinking like, wow, like this art looks beautiful. This looks amazing. Like, as I said, I've never really looked at art like this. I've never seen art in a gallery that looks like that. The whole time I thought art in a gallery was like when I've gone on school trips to the Tate Modern. Do
Yeah.
you know
What
what I
they
mean?
sell us. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not art, it's not beautiful things, but what I'm saying is it's not drawing me in. I'm not finding the attention. It's not connecting with me, as to say. Do you know what I mean? It's like you flick on the TV, you might see an advert for bloody pool or an advert for the horse races and things. Like, it's always there, we know it, but one day you might look at it differently and say, wow, this is my thing.
Yeah.
So I've never really had that look. So I saw this artwork, as I was saying. And then I went down to the gallery myself. At the time, it was Graphic Gallery. I went down there and I saw the artwork, and I just got mad inspired. And it was the first time that I saw like art where, as I was saying, I'm coming from the sides of like seeing graffiti and art. I used to like do graffiti on the streets and do things like that. I'd always mess around with a couple of cans. I'd always draw. As I said, I'm coming from that era where you're customizing clothes, you're drawing on your night bag.
Yeah.
You got your folder with your art. You see what I'm trying to say? I was always into that. So it was like, this is the first time where I'm seeing like characters, that the only time I'm seeing characters used with like the whole customization, Tweety Pie kind of iceberg history, Lot 29 effect, as to say.
Oh, I remember Lot 29.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like them type of things there. And if you go to like Camden Market back in the day, like they'd be bare man airbrushing, doing their thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Tweety Pie Avenue era cap with some Air Maxes on. It was our thing, as to say. So this was the first time I'm seeing like characters put in it, painted and illustrated and put in a beautiful form where it looks different from ours, but it looks more upper class and it sits perfect on a wall. And no matter what room you put it in, it's adding to that room. It's not taking anything away. It's adding to that room. Yeah. So I was just amazed. I was like, do you know what? This is sick. This is beautiful. And then I thought, do you know what? I can draw. I can draw. This is what I want to do now. This is what I'm going to do now. So then I started with like some very early pieces, and straight away I was like, right, I want to get my message across. So I think I've done a piece of like, I took Mowgli from Disney, and when the snake is hypnotizing him. Yeah. Straight away I'm like, all right, cool, visual metaphor. Like, I'm going to use something that someone can relate to. I'm like, right, cool, snake. From ends is someone that's snaking you. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me try and put something like that with a visual metaphor. Like, we don't like snakes. Mowgli, everyone comes from ends. You can say it's like a jungle, as to say the certain aspects. Like, let me kind of like get my point with this piece. So I started with pieces like that. And then if I'm completely honest, I started with pieces like that. And then I was like, all right, cool. Like, what can I call myself? I'm going to become an artist. This is what I'm doing. I'm become an artist. I'm going to be an artist. And this is what I want to do. This is me now. This is me set for life. So I was like, all right, cool. At the time I worked at a camera rental house, which is Panavision. That was in North London. I come from South London. I come from South London, Streatham. So I was traveling about 15 miles a day, hour and a half, stuck in traffic all the time, going to work. I got a little one as well. So I was like, right, how can I really make this work for myself? I was like, I'm going to get a job closer, get a job in South London, get a job closer to home. And then eventually I'm going to build myself up, and then I'm going to leave that job, and then I'm going to start my art career. So I was like, I'm definitely taking this seriously. Great. So I was continuing with my art, starting to like proper find myself, what I wanted to do. Then I was like, right, like, what can I call myself? What is my artist name? So my real name is Chada Anderson. So I was like, I signed my work and I signed it Mr. T.A. And at this time, I was working at a camera rental house, and like where I'm from, what I've grown up, like there's like, it's not that black and white, but it's like I'm from that place in it where it's like you either work a 9 to 5 or you do your thing on the roads in it, and you're getting by. And I've always played both fields, as to say, in it. So I was like, right, like I want my art for the mandem to be able to relate to. Yeah. But I'm bringing my message, but I'm bringing my message to like I'm not coming with a message that's mad like anti-government, as to say, conspiracy theory, fuck
Yeah.
the world type of thing. I'm trying to do it in a way where it's like those people that will support the government, when I'm saying what I'm saying and I've got my message, you can see what I'm saying and you
Yeah.
can't turn your nose at it, because unfortunately what I'm saying is true. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I'm going to do it in a beautiful form where you're going to take that, you're going to respect it, and you're going to put it on your wall. So I was thinking, like, I signed it Mr. TA, and then like this whole thing just came to me like, bro, I'm trapping my art. That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I'm trapping my art. I'm hustling my art,
Sick.
as to say. So I was like, right, cool, this is trap art. So at the beginning, like, I was kind of stuck in this world of like, yeah, I'm trapping my art. I'm going to brand myself as the fucking trap star of art and be the, do you know what I mean? And then I've done my first big piece, which was my Dexter piece. I've done that with Promar because that took me 10 hours. And I had to it was like Dexter in the trap. I've done him as like, as in the trap instead of like a laboratory as he works with chemicals. I've done it as like he's cooking crack basically. So I've basically done that piece as a visual metaphor. But at the same time, as I'm creating these pieces, I'm not 100% getting my message across. So then I put some pound notes in it, and then I drew the Queen's face.
Yeah.
And then I signed myself up for Brixton Urban Art Fair at this time. So this was about three years ago, Urban Art Fair. So I was like, right, I signed myself up for this thing in a couple months. I need to make like some proper pieces now. Like I need to like proper start creating my craft and that my ideas that I want. So then I decided to take that Queen's face and then just do like a stencil piece of art of the Queen's face. So at these times, I'm still playing around. I wouldn't say any of this is like my certified works. This is me still finding myself, as to say. So I've created this Queen's face now. I've done the stencil. I thought, you know what? I've put a smile on it, the cross eyes. I thought, you know what? Let me put the gold tooth in there. So I put this gold tooth in there, and then all of a sudden, I looked at this Queen, and then what trap art is today, it just came to me. It all just came to me in a massive rush. It said, right, trap art, boom, this queen is the Queen from the £20 note. Why am I drawing the Queen like this? Because this is how I see the Queen. Yeah, that's how I see the Queen. For some reason, for me, putting this gold tooth and this smile is like, she's a money hungry bitch. That's the way I see it. Like she's the biggest trap star of them all. She's the biggest pimp. Do you know what I mean? Then it just came to me like this whole expression of how I've looked at society my whole life.
Yeah.
It clicked, and that's when I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. I'm here to trap my art. My art is about the trap that we live in today, a society that we live in today, how I see things are set up as a trap, how I don't like certain things. I'm going to put my point of view through my art, and I want to build it, and I want to run with it. And then that's where like trap art came to me. And then that's where I decided to start building it properly.
Bro, that is a phenomenal story into your
much.
art, you know, and I definitely like the Queen portraits that you do with the gold teeth. It just screams. How can
It's
I
just
put
that
it?
cheeky. It's that cheeky thing, but
Yeah,
at the same time, it's like it's
it's
letting
not
us have
insulting
something.
at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that we get
Yeah,
banter. You know, it's like they will get it's banter. Do you know what I mean? But
that's
it's
what I'm
also
trying to. That's where I'm trying to like level my work. I want my level to work to be like it's that cheeky banter of I want to listen. Like I want to take the piss out of certain things and exploit certain things and bring certain things to the front page. You see what I'm trying to say? Like I want to make these people at the top that are running this world that are making certain decisions that ain't right for humanity, that are completely taking the piss, that are doing things that ain't right. I want at some point in their life trap art to cause them to have a drop of sweat on their forehead. I want them to be like, what the fuck? But at the same time, it needs to be done in that way where it's like, he's just one of the, you know what I mean? He's having a laugh, he's having a joke, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm still getting my point across. I can't go too hard. I can't go too, anti-government, fuck you all, you bastards. Do you know what I mean? This is that. Because then it's not going to sit with everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to market in a place where it's cheeky, but it sits with everyone. It sits in them houses. It sits in them homes. It sits for the people from South London like me and other people from all over the ends, all over England. And at the same time, you'll find it in a £2 million house in Kensington.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely that's how I want to market. And it's like for like what's funny actually is recently I don't watch as much as like I've got something to say, and I don't really watch TV. Um, I'm not really
Like
one of
Asian now, you know what I mean? Watching
yeah
TV and stuff like that.
yeah. I'm proper into my work. I'm proper into my trap art world. I breathe, live it, smell it, shit every day.
Yeah.
I'm into it, so I don't really like watch TV. But someone put me onto something, and they told I don't know if you've seen it. They told me to watch Money Heist.
I haven't seen it yet. There's someone's telling me to watch Money Heist, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate some time. But
So
it's looking very interesting just by
it's
certain
very
things.
it's very interesting. Yeah, it's very good. I definitely say it's worth a watch. But for people those that like have seen it, I'd say my not only with my artwork do I want to just be an artist out there that's just doing my artwork. Like I want to build an establishment. I want to build an empire, as to
Yeah,
say. I want to build a
love
league.
that.
What do you see? What I'm trying to say, like I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm an artist. I've done trap art. No, everyone traps their art. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's just the word that I'm using in my language. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just everyone traps their art. If you're an artist and you're doing what you're doing, like you're working hard, it's just another formula of what I'm saying. I'm just
Mm.
saying you're trapping your art. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I want it to be a thing where it's like it is a thing. Sorry, it is a thing already where it's like I wanna build it up. So when I was saying referring back to like Money Heist is completely like blowing out the picture in terms of what I want to do. But when
Yeah.
I'm just saying Money Heist, I'm just talking about in terms of their gang, their resistance,
Yeah.
their thing, the way they set up, the way they do their thing. Like
Mm.
for someone that would be like, oh, trap art, what's the simple way to get it? Like trap art is a form of art, is a community, it's a brand, it's a team, and it is in some sense it is the resistance in it. It's a resistance.
Yeah.
It's a
Love
modern day
that.
resistance
That's actually hard, bro. You know
in
what
the
I mean?
art. You know what I mean? In the art world, and I wouldn't see it. I wouldn't just necessarily. I'm an artist. Yeah, I'm an artist. Quote two fingers pointing up. But I'm not an artist. I'm not activist. I'm a trapivist. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Or was it?
Mm.
I can't remember what it is. I need to get out of my book. But
Bro, it's bro, everything you're saying is just like, bro, you believe in your source, bro. And I love that, bro. Do you know what I mean?
you have to believe in your source, and this is what I want to do. This is why I want to build Trap Up, where I want to help the young, I want to help the upcoming generation, I want to do things. But before I can help, the thing is, when I'm saying I want to help people, I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a workshop. Like I want to help people. I
Yeah.
want to help these little brothers that are in the ends, and like bro, like they're living in the ends, they're living in their box, their cage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It sounds mad, but some people wake up in today's society, wake up like rah, I gotta go out and I gotta do this. And if I see my
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna get him down. And some people
Yeah.
wake up before they think about what they need to eat. They're thinking, when I
Think
see
about
my man, I'm gonna
war.
fuck him up. It's
Exactly. Think
war.
about war,
It's
you know what I mean?
war. Do you know what I mean? Like people are living their lives like that, and I want to help people like this, and I want to change things. The difference is I can't come to them and say, oh, hi, yeah, I'm an artist, and I'm doing my art, and blah, 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 blah. I need to make change myself. I
Yeah.
need to build my empire. I need to do my thing. I need to make I need to have something for these guys to relate to. So if I need to be successful, I need to be like, bro, pull up on the ends in a fucking whatever it is that these youths are addicted today in a car. Go rent it or go buy one. Yo, bro, what's good? I want to change things. I want to help things. I want to do this. Oh, who
Yeah.
are you? Who am I? I've done this. Yeah, but what if this is what I've done, innit? I've done this myself, and this is where I've got it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I want to help. I want to help. And the one thing where I've noticed about like helping and trying to make change in society is, yeah, you have to make them. It, you have to do it in a certain type of way where it
Yeah.
feels natural to them. So
Exactly.
they feel able to engage. The same way the government say to us now, clap or do things, or for the NHS every Thursday, or certain things that they implement or they want us to do, we will do it. We will
Mm.
do it because it makes sense and they lead and they follow. So it's like the same things that these people higher above, the same things that they do to us, it's about using the same method. As much as the system's fucked, it's literally about using the same method. Do you know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
can build ourselves. So in 10 years' time, 20 years' time, we're not saying, let's vote for Boris Johnson. We're
To
saying, let's
change
vote
us.
for Abdul, grew up in East London, went to thingy, studied law. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, it's time for us building our own empires. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like the schools don't make no sense telling kids, go work a 9 to 5, go college and do that, and this is what you're gonna get. And what are you showing them? What are you actually showing them?
Yeah.
You're showing them your job, your role, but we don't see the passion in teachers that they want to teach and they want to make a change for us. You see what I'm
Mm.
trying to say? Like, it's about actually doing it yourselves to then pass it down. Do you know what I mean? Like the change that I want to make, I'm not just gonna go talk to a bunch of youths or put on a thing. I want to talk to a bunch of people, make change. I need to make that change myself so they can see it, so they can see, all right, this person's talking sense. Imagine someone like a Carla.
Yeah.
If a Carla wanted to speak sense to me back in the day when a Carla, I didn't know who a Carla was, I'd probably be like, this guy, I hear what you're saying, bro, but do you know what I mean? I'm not taking it in. When a Carla wants to come set to me, listen, all ears, Hell King. Yes, brother.
Yeah.
What have you got to say? I'm respecting your words because you put your work in and you built yourself. So with Trapart, it's a thing that obviously I'm doing my art, but I want to build knowledge. I want to spread things. I want to do it in an artistic way and let kids out there know that, do you know what I mean? Like, you can do what you want to do with your life. You have the power to do what it is that you want to do. You have, if you're not creative, draw whatever it is outside of you and make a change. And for those that say, if it is someone that does know they can draw, but they're stuck on the roads and they're doing their thing, it's about letting them know at some point in your life, you have to make this transition.
Oh, and, for sure.
Do you know what I mean? It's about making the best transition. We live in their system, their society. We can't survive outside of their box. We have to survive inside of their box. But why we do that? We can't be surviving inside their box at the bottom of the chart. We need to be building ourselves up.
Exactly.
We need to be building ourselves up. There's a lot of population out there. There's a big numbers. Let's leave it for the over educational people that get what they deserve. Just leave them for the non-teaching, and everyone that deserves it, let them get it, because we need it, man.
Nah, you're fully right. You're fully right. And even going back to one of your points about, delivering the message to the youth appropriately, like we have to, deliver it in an understanding way and not in a, oh, join us. Like when people say, oh, join this scheme, it'll be great for you. The kids always going to say, why? Like, I don't see anybody there that looks like me, who's done it like me or anything like that. But when you come in from this angle and be like, look, I'm from the ends too. I've been through what you've been through and look what I've built. Do you know what I mean? You can attract the youth better that way. And that's why sometimes I always wonder, like, it's a little bit hard for, youngsters to look at voting at this time, because it's like, what policies and who looks like me in these places? Do you know what I mean? It's not relatable whatsoever. So they do find it difficult. So, making ourselves, new leaders through our craft and our creativity, and just showing, look, this is what we've done. This is what I've done out of it. This is how I've made it. You can do this too. This is not about, everything war right now. Like, let's start pushing towards building our communities appropriately.
Yeah, that's exactly like exactly what it is. It's just that, and it's like I think someone was making a point, like with all of this COVID stuff. I can't remember who it was, and they were saying like, oh, we need to support our communities and and this and that, and it was just like, it's that urge that, like, what young kids are going through these days, when they're going through certain things and they're going through these wrong paths of life, what people need to understand is that the energy, the passion and the attraction they're putting into this negativity, whatever it is that they're doing, it may not feel like negativity to them because they're doing what they have to do. Do you know what I mean? But it's like that strength that they have, like a young boy to go out there, to go and do what he needs to do and risk it all on the line, and not think for a second, is a powerful thing. If he channels that energy into the same thing, into the right thing, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So it's just about how transition it. And like what someone was saying about this thing and COVID, and I was like, if people are going to listen, you need to make an impact. You have to do something with change. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, what I've noticed is like, back to what we say, like what you saying about these schemes that they set up, they don't have nothing to relate to, is that we live in a world today, where it's like we choose what we want to see, but at the same time, we're blinded by what we see. We choose what we want to see, but everything we're we're blinded by it. And it's not only until things are put in front of your eyes a certain amount of times, then you might choose to accept it. Do you know what I mean? We've seen it happen through the ages. Back in the day when Mandem was wearing Huaraches and Air Max 90s and 95s and certain trainers, if I flew one of these hench Balenciagas in front of them a bunch of years, man would be like, no, dead, I'm not wearing that. What are you doing? If I said, oh, wear some Balmain skinny jeans, this skinny, man would be saying, what are you doing? But because it's been pushed in front of you, it's around you, it's around you, in front of your eyes, guess what? You feel safe to adapt to it now because it's around you. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You feel sunk with it, and that's what it's about. It's about making the change, making the things, but implying them into society and around that field of activity, and slowly building it up so they see it. It's like it's in with any world. It's like how I could say it's like what do you know what I mean? You digest what you get put in front of you, as to say. What you see, you digest. It's like it's a simple little thing. It's like when I first was like proper, like well, not proper, when I was on Instagram, and I come across your page, and then I saw that you was doing an event, and then I came down. Is it not another? What's it called in Shoreditch?
Not just another store. Yeah.
Not just another. Yeah, I came to one of your events down there, and then I think I followed your actual page, your actual personal page and stuff. And then simple things just like that, just by following your page, going down to your event, and then seeing your podcast with other people, listen to it. I'm digesting it now. You know what I'm saying? I've digested you as a person. I haven't met you personally, or I've seen you, I haven't spoke to you personally like that, but I'm digesting your world now. So because I've seen it a couple times, it's easier for me to make the interaction. Do you know what I mean? And it's just the same formula that we have to do with these, have to do out there.
Oh, for sure, man. And I definitely appreciate you coming down to the event. And that it's because I probably was running around like a headless chicken.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw you, I saw you running around. I did see you running around. It's so
crazy because it's like you don't realize that I probably need an assistant at this point, but it's just like, okay, cool. This person needs to be on. Everybody go downstairs. Call everybody upstairs. It's performance time. You take pictures. It's like it's so mad. But I appreciate that. I mean, and I'm definitely gonna, get you involved in our next show that I'm working on now. So. Because like the messages are just sick. The X's on the eyes. Obviously, we've had artists like Cause, X's on the eyes, but I believe that your X's on the eyes, has a different meaning for you. Do you know what I mean? So what does that mean to you?
This is. It's kind of funny you say this, because it's like when people look at my artwork, certain people look at my artwork and they go, oh, your artwork reminds me of Cause, it reminds me of Banksy. And in my eyes, I'm like, all right, cool. That's the only artist that you've seen with cross eyes. So it's automatically the only reference that you have to make. You could, do you know what I mean? This cross eyes and that. And then like some people was like, I think I was exhibiting my work for the first time when I done my first another art fair that I'd done, and someone was like, oh my god, I love the cross eyes, I love the meaning behind them. And I'm thinking in my head, what do you mean love the meaning behind them? It's like, it's just so expressionate and passionate. I love the way like you're saying that their souls are dead. And
I love art expressions when people interpret things.
yeah. And I was there because you got the wrong end of the stick. But at the same time, I'm thinking, this is why art is so beautiful. Do you know what I mean? You can have so many words for a picture in that. But the cross eyes, there's, I wouldn't say there's a meaning to them, a strong meaning to why everything has cross eyes. The only reason why I done cross eyes is when I done HMP. Was it HMP? Done HMP one with the prisoners climbing out the can. I didn't put no eyes on them because I was scared to put eyes on them, because I was like, fuck, is he gonna fuck them up? Like, what are they gonna look like? Then when I done, I think it was my number 10. When
if you hear that alarm, that's someone's crazy car.
Snap. It was number 10. I think it was number 10 down the street. I can't remember. But I remember going to draw eyes and then saying, do you know what? I'm just gonna do cross eyes because I felt like I was overthinking it, and I didn't want to overthink it. I just wanted to get the message across.
Yeah.
So there's no actual like strong meaning of why I use cross eyes. I've tried to think that in depth and deep like that. Like, you know, like, let me come with some sick reason why I'm using cross eyes, and it's just great expression in that. But I can't. I just thought, you know, I'm just gonna do cross eyes. So there's no like real meaning there. It was just that I'm trying to get my message across, and I feel like if I draw eyes, it's gonna make this picture, you know what I mean, kind of swerve away from the message.
Yeah.
As to say, it was either like my artwork is gonna be cross eyes or just some plain dots or like the plain two dash mark lines,
Mm.
as to say. And I just waiting for the cross eyes. I'm not gonna lie, doing the cross eyes though, it's like I wanted to do certain pieces and I'm like, if I want to make this person look dead, oh, they all got cross eyes. Damn. Do you know what I mean?
It
Um,
almost, in my interpretation, I'll give you my arty farty interpretation. It almost feels like they're in a trance, like maybe because I'm watching too much Matrix. But you
do
know,
you
it's
know
like
what?
yeah, it's like, you know, everyone's locked into their systematic thought. These are the people we've input this program in, like they're all programmed. So this is their X
Yes.
marker. It literally just feels like, oh, this is the character. Here's your X mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so funny about you saying that? Yeah, you
Mm,
just reminded me. Yeah, I got Pick a Draw on my tablet,
mm,
and I like play around and do animations.
yeah.
I done an animation of one of my characters, in just a hoodie with the cross eyes, but his eyes are tiny crosses. I
Mm,
don't draw my eyes like this, but they're tiny, tiny crosses.
yeah.
Then basically his head opens up, a padlock comes out, and it's locked. And then the padlock unlocks. And then as the padlock unlocks,
Mm,
the cross eyes start flashing big. And then they
okay.
stay big, and then the unlock padlock goes back into the brain, which obviously I was trying to make an animation to say unlock yourself. But funny enough, you know, kind of like in terms of what you're saying,
Yeah.
that animation kind of works towards it into say,
Yeah. No, I definitely, you know, I just love it. You know what I mean? Obviously you have people who do detailed eyes and everything like that, but some art that I love is just like the simple things, you know what I mean? And it's just, yeah, just put the X's, you know, and then it's down to interpretations, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. One thing that I say, like in terms of like working on art and my mediums and stuff, one thing that I've like noticed like about my style or the way that I do art, I think like the two words is like, um it's unperfected perfection,
Mm,
if that makes any sense. It's
makes
like
sense, yeah.
I'm not focusing on the picture being so perfect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Mm,
it's a catch-22 because see, like it's a catch-22 because I'm still questioning myself. Do I need to learn to paint to that level to do certain pieces? Because I think people that can paint, there's people that can paint on a beautiful level. If you look at people like is it Tom Fitch? Tom
yeah,
Fitch?
Tom Fitch, yeah.
Tom Fitch. Who else? I'm probably not going to say it right, but he's from Manchester. Is it Dave
Davo,
Ho?
yeah. Yeah.
Davo? Yeah.
Mm,
They paint absolutely beautiful. Their level of painting is out of this world. I could never paint on that level of my fucking life.
mm,
Yeah, I could, but but it's like my style. Do you know what I mean? It's like my style. I don't think I've got the patience. I haven't got the patience because I'm trying to get the message across so quick. But at the same time, I think if I actually took my time to learn how to paint like that, I would be able to make different type of pieces and stuff and be able to do stuff in different type of styles and that. But it's like I just I'd say it's like it's like going into it when I paint or when I do a work of art, when I go into it and I'm focusing on the message and I'm not kind of caring as to say, it's like if it drips or if it smudges, I don't mind it. And then sometimes it just looks perfect. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like the way it is. So I say like when I come to my medium, like I like to be like not perfected, but unperfected perfectionist.
Yeah, no, that makes full sense. I guess, you know, like if you look at, let's say, you know, Basquiat, for instance, to
Yeah,
someone's eyes, that's just mess
yeah,
on the canvas and it just looks crazy. But when you start doing deep dives into his story behind every piece,
Mm.
you'll hear the maddest stories behind certain pieces. So you people can be the painters who paint in such fine detail and still get their message across, or you can get in a bigger story through pieces like yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like when I see your stuff, and like even with the queen flashing a bit of the money with the money in the briefcase, that tells so many stories in my
Yeah,
head
yeah, yeah.
already. Like, this woman's here, loads of money, we're all struggling outside of that castle, and she's just counting all the peas and being like, yep, more money for me, while
Yeah,
everybody's out here just struggling. So it's just like, when you start looking at these pieces, as simple as they could be, you know that you're telling a huge story out of it. Do you know what I mean? It's just looking
yeah.
at it from what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think you're on point with that one. Anyway, man,
Love, bro. Yeah.
definitely on point. So like exhibitions, like you've been in a few. How have exhibitions, helped you project your message?
Um, do you know what? I love them. I love them. Like having exhibitions and doing things like that. I love them. Um, they've helped me. They've helped me create my brand and what I want to do. I know that what I've got is definitely something that is going to last forever, and it's allowed me to tap into the other side of the fence
Mm,
and being able to tap in with those type of people and be accepted. I know that I've definitely got something here. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. So they've definitely helped me. They've given me so many learning curves. The first time I exhibited my artwork, as I said, it was Urban Art Fair. I done a whole bunch of artwork. I went down there,
yeah.
and the response that I got was unbelievable. Everyone, you know what I mean? If I was willing to sell my original artwork that day, I would have sold out. But it was a thing where I wasn't expecting. I didn't I didn't even think anyone wanted to buy my art.
Yeah.
I just say, like, I'm coming down with like pieces that I've just made, no prints, no nothing, and people are like, oh, I like this. Can I have this? I'm like, oh, I don't want to sell it. So then it made me think, like, why am I coming down here? Why am I exhibiting if I don't even want to sell someone work? What sense does this make? So then
Yeah.
that's when I started speaking to people. Then I heard about prints. Do you know what I mean? So then when I went into the next place that I'd done, the new artist fair, I was like, all right, I can't afford for prints. I'll make a light box, and I'll trace over my originals and do like 5 drawn copies
Yeah.
and do that instead. And then it was like doing that as well. It was good because like I learned to then how to sell work. I was selling work. You learn like how to price your work. Um, I love it. It's all about learning. So I love exhibiting my work. I think it's definitely something every artist should do. At the moment, like I'm trying to exhibit as much as I can, like in terms of like collaboration wise. There is going to be like a Trapart exhibition.
Yeah.
That's not going to be ready for like another year. I'm not going to have that ready because the way that I want to have that, I don't. I don't want an exhibition where you just walk in and I've got pictures on the wall. I want it to kind of like be interactive,
Yep. Full
um,
experience.
a proper thing. The ideas that I've got for that are crazy. So yeah, I like them, and it's exhibiting your work. It kind of like tests you as an artist and lets you find your way as an artist as well. And
Mm,
you know what I mean? When you're exhibiting your work, you're showing your work to the world. You're exhibiting it. People seeing it. Some people seeing your work for the first time. So I love it. I mean, I always learn something new from it.
mm,
I always meet new people and stuff. So I think exhibiting is something that I do like doing. I think towards the end of this year, I'm just going to focus on doing some collaboration exhibitions.
yeah.
If it is depending on COVID, hopefully if we're out of it by July, I'll be exhibiting July at Fairer Arts
Yeah.
in Portobello. I'll be in there. Um, and then yeah, I want to like focus on a lot of collaborations. Anything I exhibit, I want to collaborate. So I can like build it up. Other people get to build their self up, and then you know what I mean. Eventually, in like it'll probably be like I say like a year's time. Hopefully not 2 years, a year and a half's time. That's when I have like my exhibition, because it's hard. I love exhibitions. I get drawn out all the time. People are like, oh, like people have messaged me before, like, oh, where do your first solo exhibition? I'm like, nah, man, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just bringing these pictures I got now and whacking them up. Like, no, like I need to be doing a lot more than this.
Yeah.
So I do like it.
No, that's hard. That's hard. And you've done some partnerships with brands and some companies as well. I see you've done stuff, you know, the Trap House Saloon as well. And you did another one.
What was that? The Trap House? What was
Salon.
that? The what? Sorry, bro.
Trap House Salon. Owned by Tiwa.
Oh no, I didn't do that though. I didn't do that.
No.
No, I was meant to. She was meant to get me to do it. Are you talking about the light that she's got in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't have the pleasure of doing that though.
Oh, okay.
She funny enough, I met her when I was doing like the filming and stuff. She used to be a stylist in that, and I met her when I was on set, and we got along. She's a lovely lady. She messaged me. I was meant to do it, but I didn't. She's supported me, so she's got a couple of my tops. And maybe if you've seen her with my top on or something,
Yeah, that's
you
right.
saw that. You kind of probably assumed, yeah.
And then Cop It as well. I saw as well.
Yeah, Cop It. Shout out to Cop It. That was nuts. We must have been thinking literally the same thing, because someone was like, "Oh, have you seen that?" Because I used to live in Brixton, and then I used to always go to Size in the market and get my trainers. And then I think when I was in Brixton one time, someone was like, "Oh, have you been to Cop It?" I was like, "What's Cop It?" There's like, it's like Crep Select, but it's in Brixton. I was like, what? There's a trainer, there's a Cop It in Brixton. I was like, that needs my art in. They don't know. No. I said, no. Because I already tried to get my art into Size, innit? Yeah. And obviously they're a bit corporate, so, you know what I mean? I knew I could have just got one of my little things stuck behind the counter, but I'm trying to like trap out the whole fucking shop, do you know what I mean? So then I was like, nah, man, there can't be there's a shop in Brixton? No, I was like, nah, I need to get my art in there. If they're on this way, because one thing I've noticed about my art in terms of marketing and branding, yeah, I want to do things like make statues, sculptures, toys, bring out.
I can definitely see the toys, man. I'm a fan of those things.
I definitely want to do some of them. So it's like I've always noticed that like when people have asked me like what would you say like trap art as a brand, what would your best references? I've always said Supreme or Dank of England. Ooh. That is it. That's the only way that I want my brand to be. Do you know what I mean? Subtle, simple. In terms of Dank of England, it's connected with people. Do you know what I mean? The young culture, but for more than one society. Dank of England, like R.I.P. Black the Rip, he was an absolute legend. Bless his soul. He used to travel around. He used to do his thing. You know what I mean? His little camper van, we go and do pop-up shops. I love that. Do you know what I mean? So definitely branding like that, going around doing pop-up shops. That's what I want to do. And just the simplicity of how Supreme are. That's the way that I want to see my brand. So I'd always think working with people like sneakerheads. Yeah. Sneakerheads, they attract that same market, that same thing of collectible art, as to say.
Yes, exactly that. That's exactly
I've always thought that's a good place to hit up. So these trainer shops and stuff, like me getting my artwork into there, I'm being able to connect with that market, which I think is a good thing for me. So yeah, I follow them on Instagram. As I followed them, they followed me, and then he messaged Mike messaged me, and he was like, yeah, I love your art, I want to get a piece in the shop. And then I think within him first making contact with me, that was on like a Tuesday. By Friday, the art was finished in his shop.
You're hungry, boy. I'll tell you that for free, man. You know what I
mean? Bro, I'm telling you, if this COVID thing never happened, the amount of things that I'm meant to be doing, I'm just like, And the thing is, it's a blessing in disguise. I don't have it anymore, but I had my own art studio. When I had the art studio, I've watched so many art documentaries about certain things, yeah. I always like to risk it for the biscuit. But when I had my art studio, I didn't do a lot of street art. I wasn't doing certain things because I'm watching things like Obey, and I'm seeing like when he's going out there doing things, and then it gets to a certain point, they don't like it. Then they're coming to your studio and doing all of this stuff. Like, I was thinking, I don't really want that. I don't want none of that. So now at the moment, I haven't got my studio, so I haven't got like a legitimate place that if you typed in Trapart, you would see that it's registered to and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of being hungry for it, like, yeah, now I'm like, I want to get like more artwork on the street. I want to do some more street work on the art, street art on on the street and that.
Yeah. What's like your idol brand that you want to work with
My idol brand that I would want to work with,
or partner with, rather? I don't want to say work with, partner.
partner with.
Mm.
Who would I want to partner with?
And I know there's probably shitloads in the brain right now.
It's hard because the brand's got to be saying something.
Yeah.
The brand's really got to be saying something. And then if I'm going to partner with someone just to make a move, as to say, or make a paper move or whatever terms it was, it has to still be with someone with some sort of dignity.
Yeah.
So a brand that's got some sort of dignity, and if they are up there, and you know what I mean, if they haven't got that much dignity, they've got to be able to do something or done something to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the thing. I can't come with a message and then just do something with it's like, say, like if Gucci came to me and wanted to do something, do you know what I mean? That'd be a good opportunity, but me and my message and doing a t-shirt with you and selling it for 400 quid ain't really, it's not really corresponding with what I'm doing. So if Gucci want to fucking do something different and let me spray paint on a t-shirt and slap Gucci there, you sold the t-shirts for a tenner, I'd do it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I have to really think of the brand, and because that's the thing. It's like in life, no matter what you do, you can never always do the right thing. Someone from some angle or some direction is going to draw you out and have something to say. So I'm not too sure on that one. You know what I mean? But in like a, if we kind of like scrap it and there's like, if I had to pick, probably have to be Nike, you know.
Yeah. I know their bits, man. You know what I mean? And they're definitely opening out to the art world, you know, just for a few conversations that I'm having. Do you know what I mean? So I believe that. I believe that can happen for you. Trust me, I can tell you that for free.
I've got a vision though, and that's gonna happen one day. There's gonna be a Nike Air Max that's gonna have a collaboration that's definitely gonna be released. It's definitely gonna come out. It's definitely happening.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Some things you just got to say to yourself they're happening, and they're gonna bloody
happen. And then you just run towards it.
You
know what I mean? And I love that, you know, that you've put your art on clothing, do you know what I mean? Just to make it accessible for people as well and have something cool, you know, the trap fiction, do you know what I mean? How's everything going with that? You know, people loving your art through clothing.
Yeah, do you know, it's just one of the things everyone's like, people's always said it to me, like, you need to put your art on t-shirts. So yeah, it's just come to one of the things that I've done. But what I've tried to do is like, with certain things, it's like with the trap fiction thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a piece of art. So I've done prints of it. But the thing is that was like my first like digital art that I've done. So I try to do it where it's a thing where like when I do a t-shirt and that, it's kind of like if I'm doing a piece of art, it's kind of like solely for the t-shirt.
Yeah, it's not like exactly. You make it.
I'm trying to make the t-shirt itself a piece of art. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. At the same time, it's a good t-shirt. No disrespect, yeah. Like, when artists listen to this, no disrespect to any artists out there, yeah. I just got to be real, because then anyone that says, "Oh, I like trap art," if I'm not real, then you can't really say you like me. Yeah. So I think, no disrespect to any artist, if I was to print like my actual piece of art that I've made, like number 10 Downing Street, on a t-shirt, I think it will look tacky. No disrespect. I feel like when the actual art itself, like if I've done a piece of art, a canvas art, depending on what art it is, I think like if I was to then put that onto a t-shirt, it's like, because I've seen it on a canvas, now I've seen it on a t-shirt. I'm automatically, my head says like, oh, someone's put their art on a t-shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If when I want to do my t-shirts, I want to make a t-shirt design. So the art that you're seeing on the t-shirt, nothing looks out of place. It just looks like that's a good fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So t-shirts, when I do them, I've got like a couple. I've got like five, six t-shirts that I'm looking to continue bringing out. So I reckon that's definitely like a market and a niche that Trapart and myself that like I've got into in terms of like doing the whole t-shirt thing. But I'm doing it in a certain way where it's like it's a t-shirt, innit? It's not just me necessarily putting my art on my t-shirt.
I love that. You know what I mean? And I love how you, think beyond what it is. You know what I mean? Everything's carefully thought of. Um, you want there to be meaning behind everything that you do, especially, making it beyond the t-shirt. You want it to be an art piece and a collectible item almost as
Yeah,
well. Do you know what I mean? Something people can look back on in the future saying, yeah, I collected these, you know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, and
100%.
that's definitely the way I want to see it. And it's like once they come out, they're out for a little while. Then once they're gone, they're gone. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean?
mm,
So yeah, I definitely like the whole like t-shirt thing. And obviously, as I said, the art, how I started with like drawing and the era that I've come from, I was doing stuff on t-shirts and stuff anyway.
yeah.
But I just feel like if I'm doing t-shirts, I just feel like I should be making like a design for the t-shirt. You know what I mean? So I
Mm,
kind of like it to work backwards. It's like if you was to buy a Trap Fiction print, it's sick, but then you'd be like, you look at it, you'd be like, oh yeah, remember the t-shirt
yeah.
type of thing.
Mm. Now that's sick. So as you mentioned before, you want to, make the whole trap up thing, more of an organization in the future.
Mm.
Um, how do you see everything growing, in the next coming years?
Well, you know what? I was thinking to myself, that's one point that I haven't really kind of like spoken about and haven't gone into. It's happening already.
Mm,
Um, if I was to say like Trapart is already like I've got my team, I've got my collective, a lot of projects and a lot of like my thought process and things going behind the scenes and helping out and getting things done in future projects.
yeah.
Is with a fellow friend of mine called Very Rare. That's his gram Very Rare. Um, so like I've already got him who's working with me. He's a great guy. He's outstanding. His thoughts are the same with me in terms of messaging how we look at things, same background on his thing. He's practicing and crafting his art now, and even if you see the art that he's putting out, that is it if you go on if anyone is listening, if you go on Very Rare.
Is it a black and white imagery?
Yeah, he's got the black and white imagery, but then he's got his art page called Originally Industries, or I can't remember what it's called. Something Industries, original. This is really bad. I shouldn't be.
I'm literally, as you're talking, I'm literally checking.
It's on my page. That's the
Original Industries, yeah.
Original Industries. Yeah, so if you go in there, you'll see some of his artwork there. So I've already got like him that I'm working with. I'm working with Track Out UK as well. Hold
Mm-hmm.
tight, Kwan. Big up, Kwan. I'm working with him, who basically he started off in the music. He's got a good following. He's worked with loads of young artists and young people. All got a good vision, all got a message and something that they want to bring. But
Mm-hmm.
recently, we've started on a collaboration where we're doing a YouTube series
Sick.
where we have my art in the background and we have an artist. So it's basically like colors, but it's like colors slash art in the background. So through each episode and each season, it wouldn't just necessarily be my art in the background. The set
Mm-hmm.
itself would change as a piece of art.
Mm.
So you'd always
You
be
know what's so crazy, and it's great minds. I was literally looking to explore that, but that's hard.
yeah. So it's like it's one of them things. It's just one of them things like it's you can see it anyway. Like it's bound to happen. Someone's
Mm,
gonna do it. People are
mm,
gonna do it. Do you know what I mean? We all go online. We all look at music. We all
yeah,
got all of our favorite artists standing there performing. What
exactly,
else is there to do? We need to mix it up. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's one of the things that's coming. So it's like I'm working with Tracker. I'm working with Quan. I work with Very Rare. Very Rare helps me with loads of stuff behind the scenes. So like in terms of like building it up like that as a collective and being more like out there and doing things as a team, it's already happening. It's just slowly building it. It's just about terms of once we've executed solid projects, then we put them out there and then
Exactly.
keep putting them out there on repetitive. My pronunciation is rubbish, but keep putting
That's
them
it.
out there
Repetition.
repetition, or continuously,
Mm,
and the viewers and the people in the world will start to see like, okay, this is trap art. Trap art's usually with Very Rare. Next, if someone wants to speak to Very Rare, Very be like, yeah, I trap art. This is what I do, and then do you know what I mean? You'll start to see like, okay, this is it's you know what I mean?
mm. Oh,
It's
that's hard.
it's building ourselves. It's the same way. It's like it's same way you're building your thing. Just what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say. Like you
yeah,
might
yeah,
go out and I might see you, and then I might see another artist, and I'll be like, right, this. You get me? Like,
yeah.
it's. Do you know what I mean? So
I just think, it's just sick just how everything's growing, you know what I mean? And the ideas are being built and, everyone's executing, so sick, you know what I mean?
it is. I think it's beautiful, and I think it definitely has to be done because the way that I see the art world, it's like there's only there's only one thing that I need to do, which after COVID-19, I'm straight into it. I was meant to be doing it before. Is you see how like where like I'd say like you're a pioneer. Do you know what I mean? You
Thank you
are
very
a
much.
pioneer
Mhm.
that is building something for us, and it's in our art world. You see what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah,
it's like what Posty done for GRM,
yeah,
what
yeah.
GRM has done for the music industry.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you in like our culture and like and certain things. It's like in terms of music, in terms of clothing, in terms of comedy, in terms of online stuff, in terms of TV, dramas, series, radio, shops. It's all there.
yeah,
It's all there.
1000.
Art, it's we need people like you. Do you know what I mean? Like we
No,
need
I appreciate it.
pioneers. We need pioneers that are going to build this thing up because it can't just come from we've got a sick artist or we've got a bunch of sick artists. Do you know what I mean? We've
Yeah,
got sick music artists, and guess what? Now we've got sick managers, and guess what? Even the top labels like Sony, Universal saying, Dave from our department ain't going to be able to manage my man. We're
yeah,
going to have to employ thingy
yeah,
majiggy. You get me? That's
yeah,
come from ends and da 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 da. So it's one of the ones. It's the same way in the art world. We need to start building it up because the way I see it in the art world, it's like this. How I see it, yeah. For you to be a so-called successful artist in the
yeah,
art world, it's being accepted by that small percentage of the art world that control the money. That
yeah,
that are these rich motherfuckers that
yeah,
basically say, we'll let you into our gallery, we'll put it into our gallery. We got the sales and the clients that are gonna buy it. They'll
mm.
buy it, and then
We'll take
we're
fucking
take it to fuck.
80%.
Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, and then the art, and then you go and buy a piece of art. You say, right, this artist is making dough. His thing's in the Maddox gallery, and it's selling
Mm.
for 50 bags for a print. But little alone, the artist is only getting like
10
fucking
bags.
10 bags.
Yeah,
They're putting on there whatever. So it's like for the artist to be established, or for to be a successful artist, so-called in the art world, it's like that's like I think it's all bullshit, innit?
mm.
I think it's all bullshit because the artists, for one, the artists ain't really making money, and it's like it's their acceptance.
Yeah,
That's basically what it boils down to. It boils down to their acceptance. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's like I think it's bullshit, but
It,
trap art is gonna get in them doors, break down that doors. They're gonna have trap art on the wall. My shit's gonna go to auction. Da, da, da. It's gonna go to it. It's gonna make these big figures. It's gonna make these big numbers. But I'm doing that to get what I need to get from that,
yeah,
and to do the message that I need to do it. I'm not doing it to be a slave to your gallery or to build your hype. No, trap art is gonna be one of the biggest things in art world and go down in history. So in
yeah,
order for it to go down in history, it needs to be a part of that because these are the motherfuckers that control the so-called art world.
yeah.
That if you are a successful artist, so it's like that's the only doors that I really kind of like need to push down for years, not for years, but for like the past years, I've been twiddling my thumb saying, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this?
Mm.
And I've come to my plan. I've come to my complete conclusion that makes complete sense. That is undertaken at the moment. So it's like that's the only thing. But at the same time, like we do need our own pioneers. We do need our own world. We do need our own thing.
1000%. And it's like everything you said, it's almost like I heard myself speak, bro, the way you even said that.
Love, bro. At
Because it's just
least, at
like,
least we're on the same wavelength. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
We're on
because
the
it's
same
like,
level.
like you said before, it's just like the music world has their, it's almost they have their support systems from your GRMs, link ups, and everything like that to make it further into that mainstream. And it's almost, you can see that clear support system with art. It's like the gap from being an artist on Instagram and promoting from there and to the high end galleries is so wide. There's nothing in between.
Yeah.
So creating platforms and being pioneers and building, be like, look, we're building, let's build it, build the road appropriately and show, look, listen, we've got this set of artists who are doing dope things. And if we're now, like, imagine us now, we're direct with the auction houses. We'll be
Yeah.
like, look, we're not a gallery to be like, or a platform to be like, we're taking 80% of your piece. We'll be like, look, we'll do this lower percentage. We'll sell it at the auction. You get that. So empowering the art is much better rather than allow these bigger corporations not to favor the artist properly. Do you know what I mean? Because we're starting to see these bigger galleries as like major labels now. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
with us, it's like, okay, we're the new ones. You know, we are like, you
Yeah.
know, the GRMs, the complex. We're changing the narrative. We're allowing artists to have a say from the podcast, from content creation pieces that we want to create. You know, merging different cultures together.
Mm.
But yeah, no, definitely, I speak from the same hymn book as you're saying, bro. So I definitely get it.
Definitely. I think like that's what needs to happen. That's what we need to do. And I think that massive divide, that massive division between so-called our world and their world is wearing so thin.
Oh, 100%.
It if anything, there's not even a wall there anymore. It's a line, and at any time we can step onto the other side. And and that step comes with education, learning, teaching, and building yourself. Do you know
Yep.
what I mean? To the point where when art meets culture has their gallery
Yep.
in wherever it's going to be in Fitzroy, I can't pronounce it, or Shoreditch or Mayfair, wherever
Mm.
it's going to be. That same language that they speak same language now that they speak, you're going to walk in there and that same language is going to get spoken. But when you're always going to speak our language, but the point is that we can do what they can do.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is the reality. There's
Mm.
nothing to stop us. There's nothing in this world that stops us from doing that we want to do.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So thank the highest. Thank you for having people like you as yourself to do these
Ah,
things
bro.
and do what needs to be done, bro. Because it's not easy. It's not
Nope.
easy. Do you know what I mean? It's
Mm.
really not easy.
No, definitely 100%. And like, bro, like I appreciate, you know, even you just like this whole conversation. I'm loving this guy's passion, man. It's just energy. You know, it's like you need that flavor in the scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like all we're doing is seeing everybody's pains, but we're not hearing the voices and the energies behind it. And it's great to hear your energy on your thoughts and whatnot. And hopefully, whoever's listening, that sparks something great. Do you know what I mean? And then we're just propelling into that future.
definite. I appreciate it so much. That's one thing. Like when I used to talk about my art back in the day, and that people are like, "Oh, you're passionate," and that's one thing I've always liked. When I built my career, I'm like, "Listen, the moment I get to talk, listen, I'm here. Yeah, I'll say what needs to be said. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So any opportunity that I get to talk now, even like when I done the live the other day with Ching,
yeah,
big up J King. Do you know
mm,
what I mean? I was thinking, fuck, yeah, I wasn't really sure my art, was I? I was
mm,
just chatting away.
mm,
But sometimes it gets like that, and sometimes sometimes we need things like that. But yeah, anyone else out there that is listening, man, I hope I do inspire you to do what you need to do. And it's just one of them things, you know what I mean? Like you just got to do what you need to do, and you have to realize in life no one is going to do fuck all for you other than yourself. Yeah, no one ain't doing shit. They can help you, they can give you advice, but when it comes to you setting your alarm clock to get up to do it, they're not going to set it for you. They're not going to be there for you. And
mm,
that is the biggest, like, that is like one of the biggest battles in life, and it finding out what you want to do. And once you do it, you just need to run ahead with it. Everyone just needs to do their thing and realize that, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's it will it do you know what I mean? It's just a bit of learning and a bit of digging deep and diving deep and doing into what you need to do. Do you know what I mean? Like what I love to do is one thing I love to do is make sure every day I'm doing something. So the next day I wake up, I've got something to finish. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like as long as every day I'm putting a little brick on a little brick on a little brick on a little brick, I'm gonna get to where
Yeah,
I need
make
to
the
get
wall.
to.
You know what I mean?
Make a wall and fucking do this too.
Yeah, exactly that. I usually like end on asking the artist, you know, advice, but you've given me a lot of advice on that lot. So, you know what I mean? You answered my question for me. But Yeah, I mean, if there is any extra pieces of advice you want to, give to artists who are coming in the game right now, do you know what I mean? Because you're opening doors yourself, you're doing new things, connecting with
Mhm.
brands. What advice would you, give to the person who's following you now? Do you know what I mean? On
Well,
how they can approach the game?
just don't give up. You just got to keep working hard. You just got to keep chipping away. Just do not give up. Just keep chipping away. You can do it. It's possible. That's all you got to do. You just got to keep digging, keep digging, keep digging, keep digging, and just keep doing it. That's all I can say. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I first started art, if I never continued or whatever it was, you know what I mean? Even though I wasn't doing art, the reason why I've got here and Trap Art's got to where it was because I was still trying to search what I wanted to do. I
Yeah.
was still not giving up. And the moment something that opened up that made sense, I ran with it. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean? And you got to look at it as like, you don't know what's around the corner and we don't know what's around. And this life that we live, from what we know with the information that we have today, once you're gone, mate.
mm,
So fucking do it now before it's too late. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that. But bro, like, bro, it was epic conversation. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And
I
probably
appreciate it.
one of the most passionate I've had. Do you know what I mean? And I love that energy, and it just shows that there's different. I wouldn't say characters. I don't say characters because I like you're playing someone, but there's different energies rather
Yeah.
in the art scene, and it's great to have an energy like yours. And I believe that that energy is going to take you like mad far, bruv, like so far, bruv. You're definitely going to be an achiever in this thing.
Love, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks again to you, Addy.
No worries, man.
Big up Art Meets Culture. Everybody go and support the thing.
Thank you, thank
Um,
you. Where can they find you?
um, Instagram, I'm on Instagram at Mr. Trap Art. My website's there as well, www.mrtrapart.com. Hit up the boy at Very Rare as well. He's on my gram. Catch it from there. Original Industries. Track out as well. Team and that because we're going to be building this thing up. So yeah, love and peace.
Bruv, love, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, Trap Art to the
Definitely,
world.
bro.
Art meets culture to the
Yes,
world.
sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody, you get me? Let's get it.
All right, cool, bro.
All
Easy.
right, love my brother.
Bless.